Fourth grade unit 3 is long division. And once again, this is a huge departure from the way that grown-ups right now were taught when they were kids. And that can be a challenge for teachers as well as for parents because it's not something that we look familiar. I do think in general it is for the good, but you'll notice this standard looks the same as the standard in the last unit. It doesn't say fluently use the traditional algorithm, right? It's strategies based on face value, properties of operations, the relationship between multiplication and division, illustrate and explain. And so what that means is we're going to rely on a third grade concept where we as adults are experienced enough with division to think of it as straight division. 12 divided by 3 equals blank. We just say 4. But for a third grader, in between this step, there's some thinking that's done. And if we reflect as adults, actually, we do this thinking too. It's just so fast, we don't realize it. Is they have to think 3 times what makes 12. And that helps them get this answer. So that's how long division is going to work as well. Students are going to be dividing, let's say they're dividing 279 by 3. They're going to be asking themselves 3 times what makes 279. Now the trick is this is so big that they're not going to be able to do it all at once. So they might say, well, 3 times 10 makes 30. And take away that 30 and do it in little bits and chunks. And we have, demos that we do for this where students use actual manipulatives to show this, like they put things into groups. And we do a lot of practice with smaller numbers to get them there. I don't want to take your time trying to explain it here when I'm not going to be able to do it justice and it's going to seem a bit overwhelming. I think the thing for us to really reflect on is what is all of this individual thinking? What is all the things we do in our brains without even realizing it? Because that's the part that we're going to have to slow down and explain to kids. And it's the thing that's going to take them a really long time before they are fluently adding or before they are fluently dividing. And that's why, again, we don't see that they need to use the traditional algorithm until, 6th grade. Students will only need to divide by 1-digit divisors at this point. And depending on how the unit goes, we might also touch on perimeter.